So this is going to get kind of personal, but I'm just someone who believes in speaking the truth, and I believe in speaking the truth to power, and I believe when we see a problem, we need to shine a light on it so we can fix it. And my exchange with the cultural superintendents was beyond shocking. First of all, I did everything properly, okay? I saw some remains being destroyed. I was in what was a public area last week. Now they barricaded it and they put signs up. But I was, it was totally legal where I was walking. I saw this megalodon tooth under a bulldozer wheel and picked it up, brought these fossil remains home, took photos, emailed the cultural superintendents, and I also notified everyone I could, from the police to the local council to the planning authority, in an effort to get them to halt the destruction of what is clearly an important paleontological site. It didn't work on Monday. I was on the phone for like 5 hours while they were just bulldozing and bulldozing and bulldozing. But the long story short, I got a wonderful email today threatening to take me to the police if I didn't return these remains by 4 p.m. today. Now, I work all day, and I got this message, 10 a.m., and it was just particularly impossible to, go to Valletta from Gozo and take off from work, and I had an air conditioning repairman come in, and yeah, I just can't uproot my life, especially when I talked to the archaeological monitor for 45 minutes, and he never asked me for these remains, okay? And then I was emailing someone under the cultural superintendent since Monday, who also never coordinated me returning the remains, which I'm happy to do. So why? Why was Kurt Ferrugia so intent on threatening me with not just the police, but with legal action? Utterly flabbergasting. And there are two things, or three, that I can think of. One, I think he was angry about the article I wrote detailing this very issue. That's number one. Number two, he mentioned in his email that someone had filed a report with the European Archaeological Association. It wasn't me. I have no idea what was in that report, but apparently it was bad, and he was furious. And he actually in his email said I had to apologize by the end of the day or he was going to take legal action. Now, number one, how a governmental official can coerce someone into apologizing for being a whistleblower is beyond me. Okay, I'm a Maltese American citizen. In America, you would get in so much trouble if you were a government official threatening legal action. I mean, that's something dictators do. That's something China would do. Is that what Malta is? Is that what Malta is? Where a governmental official is so angry that someone filed a whistleblowing report that they threaten legal action unless they retract their statements? That is outrageous. That is outrageous, and it's probably illegal. Or it should be illegal if it isn't. Number three, in his email, Kurt Ferrugia accused me of hindering these works. I'm hindering these works by asking to preserve paleontological remains, and the person in charge of protecting our cultural heritage, our archaeology, and yes, our paleontology is angry that these works are hindered. What is his job here? Is his job to help Joseph Portelli get this road up as soon as possible? Who cares about the remains? Or his job to preserve these remains? Okay, so there are two things going on here. Either he's not doing his job, which is to preserve our history, our past, our heritage, or he is doing his job, which is to hide everything and be in the pockets of developers, assist the government in destroying our natural beauty, our ecological habitats, and yes, our cultural, archaeological, and paleontological past. And that is a crime against humanity, and I would say they have prehistoric blood on their hands.